Today we're going to test our i10, which is not really high-tech, but it's not low-tech either. It's somewhere in between. And with the Actron, we can look for certain basic things like if all cylinders are firing and that kind of thing. So we're going to plug it in. To plug it in, you'll find it underneath the dashboard, just a little bit to the left of the steering. Here's our steering column. So we go down the column, and just slightly to the left of the column, underneath the dashboard right there, that's the connector that we have to hook up to. And as soon as you plug it in, you'll see that the Actron comes on. Now it wants to know what kind of car that you're running. So we have the Asian vehicles. We hit enter, and it says Toyota. We're going to change that and say yes. Hyundai, and this is a 2014, so 206 and newer is fine. We'll keep that. It says you need that cable. We do, we have it. Press enter to continue. Now it says turn the key off for 10 seconds and turn it on. Well, of course it's already off. And we just turn it on and start the car. So now we're going to hit that. Now there's all sorts of things that it has. One thing is diagnostic codes, and we want to pick up any of those that are pending. This is not all supported onboard readiness. Well, we know that. Okay, system pass, no faults detected. So there's nothing major going on with the car. So what do we need to change spark plugs in a Hyundai i10? You'll need these for the boots. I'll show you how to use it. You need your spark plugs, of course. You'll need this ratchet. You can use the extender too, but ratchet's handy. You'll need this extender, and you'll need a 16mm plug socket, and you'll need the universal joint. Now, just something about the plug socket, you probably can't see way down there, but inside here there is a rubber gasket, and that's what's the difference between just a deep 16 and one for spark plugs. The rubber gasket grabs onto the spark plug and pulls it out for you. So let's get to work. So this is the motor of a Hyundai i10, and we see the spark plugs down here, but we're going to see where they should be, in my opinion, and that is here underneath the air filter. Why should it be underneath the air filter? Well, that's where we find them in Toyota and other brands. The reason being, you take the air filter off with 3 bolts. There's just 3 that anchor that down, 1, 2, 3. Take that off, and you have easy access to the spark plugs. Just straight down, and you're into the spark plugs. So I find that much easier than doing this. This, you got to curve your hand around, and you're right next to the exhaust manifold. And the exhaust manifold, as it says down there, it's hot. You do not want to play with that. So, as you can see, this is where the plugs are. We can see 3 of them. The 4th one is off to the right. So, and the exhaust manifold is right underneath the spark plugs. So, it makes it a little bit difficult to deal with this. We're going to use these. I just opened them up to a little bit. Oops, to the first notch, about there. The reason we use these for the boots, when they're loose, you can just reach in and you can pull them out like so. Okay? But once they've been in there for a long time, for example 60,000 kilometers, which is the normal you would use for your spark plugs, then they're not as easy to pull out. They kind of fuse with the spark plug. So what you do then is Set the gap right. There we are. You grab a hold of it, pinch with one hand, pull with the other. You have to go back and forth. Don't go down too far. Okay, so you can see you're just grabbing it up at the top or maybe down here. You don't want to be grabbing it down here, further down, because that's where your spark plug is. That's where the porcelain is. And if you work it back and forth, you run the risk of breaking your porcelain. Okay, so all 4 caps are off. Now you don't have to worry about mixing them up because the cables are all at a fixed length. They just fall perfectly back into place. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the long extender, put it on the ratchet, push the little button here, it goes on. We have the universal. We're going to put the universal and the 16mm onto the extender. Now when you put it in, be careful not to touch your manifold if it's hot. You get it down there and you push it until it snaps into place. There we are. So it snaps into place. Now, when you undo these, do it with 2 hands. You want to hold this stable in place and push the other one. Okay? If it's been in there for a long time, it's going to be locked against the steel. So you're going to have to put more pressure. Keeping this in one hand prevents it from flopping all over and breaking something. So you stabilize it and then run it. Once it's loose, you can run it out by hand. Use your extender as a screwdriver. Now we can see the condition of the plug. It's actually still in pretty good shape. The anode is, well, it's starting to get thin. And the gap is just a little bit wide, it's about 50. So we're going to have to bring it. So let's go for plug number 2. Again, there, it just clicked nicely into place. Get your ratchet in place. Okay. Get it in position. 2 hands and there we go. Turn it till it comes loose. It's now loose. Now you can use it like a screwdriver. So the Denso plugs are pre-gapped and they're supposed to be the V-groove. So there's the V-groove is up at the top here. If we can get in close, maybe you can see it. So there's the V-groove at the top. It's supposed to fire better than others. Who knows? So what you do, the first thing you do is you put it in your plug wrench, snap it into place. Okay, so you have it in your plug wrench. Now you feed it down in there. Be sure not to cross thread it. It should go in very easily. If it doesn't, then you have it cross threaded. So this is why I do not use my drill to screw these in, because you need to go finger tight. Okay, so we've gone finger tight. Now you take your ratchet, set it to the right direction. So you take your ratchet, you're right now perpendicular. You want it to 1/8 of a turn. You want 1/8 of a turn. Don't go any further than that. 1/8 of a turn after finger tight. That will, it will flatten the gasket a bit to run it into place so you don't get any fire coming out from around it. But it also prevents this steel from ruining the aluminum block. So just 1/8 of a turn, that's it. Then gentle this off. Now you notice it caught on me, but I knew that it wasn't tight, so I just backed it off and then kept it going again. So sometimes they'll do that. Don't let yourself be fooled, especially when you know you're back at the beginning of the thread. It caught again, so you just shake it around a bit. Now you don't have to worry about getting the plugs in the wrong order like we used to do in the old days, because the wires are all pre-cut to the right length. So number one, now as you put it in, you'll feel it, and it depends on how worn your clips are, but you should feel a little click. There it is. So I just felt that little click as it was going in. It's not much. If, like I say, if the clips are a little bit worn, you don't get a big feel for it. So you just have to be very sensitive. You can get it with this one. Okay. Again, that was very soft, so the clips are not very strong. There it goes. That one gave me a really nice click. And so did that one. Ah, now it gave me a click. Okay. So I always recheck. I give them a 2-3 checks to make sure that I got them in right. And that's basically it. You've got all your plugs in place. All the plug wires are in place. You know the garages today charge minimum half an hour or minimum 45 minutes. And at $100 an hour, well, you just saved yourself a lot of money, because all you did was took 15 minutes to change your spark plugs. Hi. If you enjoyed what you saw in that video, then please click the subscribe button over here. Yeah, that one. Click the subscribe button, please. And whenever I put a video up, you will find out about it. Please.